Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. On this episode, I'll be showing you guys how I cage train my birds for the show, and also one of my soft food mixes. All right, guys, let's get started. Thanks, guys, for tuning in for another episode. So, the main topic on this episode will be cage training your birds for the show. As like in Australia, the birds at the moment, we finished our breeding season and they're going through the molt. Now, you know, the birds that were bred the first round, the first clutch of youngsters, they seem to be like going towards the end of their molt at the moment, and the ones that came after that, they're sort of like halfway through the molt. So we got some big shows coming up within the next couple of months or so. So it's all about getting your birds ready for cage training. So, like the purpose of cage training your birds is pretty much to get them used to being in a show cage, and giving the bird its full potential to win on the show bench. All right, guys. Just before we get into that, I'm just going to show you guys one of my soft food mixes. And straight after that, we'll get into the cage training. All right, guys, let's get into it. So this is another soft food mix that I use. In previous episodes, I've showed you all different types of recipes. There are many other breeders out there and canary lovers that got their own type of mix. But this is one that I like using throughout the breeding season, at the end of the breeding season. So all right, guys, so let's get started. So we've got the mix of the corn, carrot, and peas. So we'll throw that in there. Okay. The next ingredients we use a little bit of garlic. Garlic helps with the gut bacteria. So I like to use a little bit of garlic. So I'll just chop some in there. Okay. The next thing I like to use is oats. So we'll just throw the oats in there as well. Bit of oats. Okay. We also got a bit of kale. So I'll just chop up some kale. Chuck it in there like that. Next, for the protein, I'll use a couple of boiled eggs. So I like to just cut the eggs into quarters. Now, just a tip on how much to give your birds. See, this is about 2 liters, this food processor, and I've got just over 100 birds. So I use the whole 2 kilos within in one go. So by the time you give them out to your birds, so this is the amount that I use. Now, you can use 1 apple, 2 apples, but my apples, these ones here, they're kind of a little bit on the small side. So I thought, you know what, I'll just chuck 2 in. So I like to just cut them up into quarters, and just take the center bit out. Just chop it in there like that. Okay, almost done. So the apple is really great to put into this mix. It's got a bit of sugar, and it also helps to bit of natural sugars, and also helps the birds to have a little bit more energy. So I think that's a great combination with the egg. You got the protein, you got the natural sugars. You've also got the garlic, which kills gut bacteria. All right. Like to just give it a little mix. Now, that's it. Now, you can leave it in the fridge for a couple of days. You can also put it in portions in the freezer. But like I said, for myself, I tend to use this whole amount in one go. All right, guys, I think that's about it. Okay, now as you can see, this is how you would set up for your show cage training. Now this is what I do, and what you can see over to the right, you have the Gloster show cage, which is our standard for Victoria. I do believe some other states have their cages slightly different. Now over to my left, we have the 5 show cage. Those cages are also used with boarders and lizards and a few other types of canaries. Now you can see that over to the right, there's no tray supporting it from the bottom. That's because it is the same type of wide cages, but the 2 types of show cages are a different size. So the Gloster show cages, what I have done was put in a hook from the top and a bit of wire on the other side of the door, which you can't see, it's behind the show cage, just to hold it open. Now also I've put their drinkers in, filled them up with water, and I've put a piece of broccoli. Now you can use any type of greens for your drinkers. You can use a bit of baby spinach or or a little bit of cauliflower leaf or a bit of cabbage, but for today I'm using the broccoli. Now you can see over in the Gloster cage, the lovely little Corona. This is a 25 ring, so she's a black ringer, and she just jumps straight in. So I think it's a hen from the look of it, but this bird here will definitely be part of my show team. Now, also with the rules with show on birds, your show cages have to be well presented. We only use plain canary seed. Now, it's very important to keep your cages clean, your perches as well. Keep those clean. Sometimes that can the judge can pick the winner based by the cleanliness and how well the cage is. Now, sometimes on the show bench, a judge finds it pretty hard to split between two birds, and it all comes down to the presentation and the behaviour of the bird on the day. Sometimes you can get birds where it could potentially be better than the bird that's pretty hard up against, where it's pretty even. That's why it is very important to show cage train your birds. So when you do put them on the show bench, they don't start like freaking out and getting all kind of stressed. You can see that the Gloster is nice and relaxed, and yeah. Now, you don't have to do this every day. When you've got your shows coming up, I like to do it say once a week. I'll leave the show cages hanging out there for at least an hour or two, and then I'll just unhook it and take it away. Another thing as well, look how friendly my birds are. My birds aren't tamed, but they're sort of, semi-tamed. That's all because of the hand feeding that I've done when they were still in the nest. So usually you got to put some food, and the canaries in the cages, they start just flying away. But when I bring the food to the cage, they know it's time for a snack. And that's all we have time for on this episode. Now, I hope the episode was useful for beginners that have just joined a canary club, that want to get into show on birds, or people out there that are thinking about joining a club and getting really stuck into the hobby. So that's great. Now, we have hit a milestone with the channel. So we've got over 800 subscribers, and I really appreciate it, guys. Now, if you would like to share, like, or subscribe, that'll be great. And if you do subscribe, you'll get a notification of any updates with the channel. All right, guys. I'll see you at the next episode. Take care, and bye for now.